anything wey concern education no involve me abeg. I'm finally done with school, guys, and I feel so relieved. I feel like I'm going to talk to you guys about, the journey so far, where I've come from, where I currently am, my current situation, and then what my expectations or my future aspirations are. So let's get right into the video. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and tell me congratulations in the comment section. It's not easy now. It's not easy, you guys. Please and please, guys, support my baby sister. She sells these glasses. She has a brand where she sells like anti-glare glasses, all kinds of fashionable sunglasses and sunshades. Her Instagram is in the description box below. Buy from her. She has like, the best glasses. She sent me this for my birthday and I absolutely love it. I love like exaggerated glasses, and you can get one too. I am not officially a graduate yet. However, I've submitted like all my coursework. I've done my dissertation. I've submitted my dissertation. I've presented it. So I'm done with all my work as a student. I don't go to school anymore. There's no more work to do in school, and the graduation date has been fixed, right? Let's start from the beginning. So my course is MSc Data Science. In my first degree, I studied mass communication. So you see, this new degree is like out of my background. So that's why it's a conversion course. So a conversion course is a course that takes people who are from a technical background, people who are also not from a technical background, right? And the reason why I chose data science is because I started like getting interested in programming, in coding. I was even self-learning Python on LinkedIn Learning, on YouTube, and I was like writing codes, and I loved it. So when I wanted to do my postgraduate studies, I knew without doubt that even though mass communication and all of that, writing, public speaking, and all of that great stuff came naturally to me, or this like whole coding and programming thing was a new love that I was just leaning towards. I thoroughly enjoyed coding. Software engineering is like a well-paid career anyway, so why not? At the time, I did not find a software engineering course that would take me, because the courses I saw, the eligibility was you had to have computer science in your first degree or something related to computer science. So you said I didn't have that. So I chose data science because it felt like the closest thing to software engineering, which was my first choice. When I was researching about data science, I found that it was like relevant. A lot of industries needed like a data scientist, and I love coding. I love problem solving. I wanted to do something that was relevant, something that was like in use, something that was impactful. Right, so data science seemed like a very good idea. I chose it and I started studying data science in the University of East London. So a lot of the things I was hearing in class were new. Like, what's going on here? And we were using a programming language called R, and that was my first time hearing anything about R, and we went straight to R. So it was like new territory. There was so much going on at the same time, and it's a postgraduate study, so they're not going to teach you like you're in primary one. They're not going to teach you like you're an entry-level student. They'll teach you like you've done a first degree and this is like a higher level degree, right? So you're expected to like know certain things. So when I came at first, I'm like, oh my god, what is this programming language? The lecturer was really coding in R. I'm like, oh, what is this? What's going on here? What are you talking about? I do not like. I consulted, like, reached out to people I knew were more knowledgeable about it than me. For example, there was someone I met on Telegram, so I reached out to him and he kind of like broke things down for me. So the lecturer will record the classes, right? And I watch them online, just try to, understand it a lot more, checked on YouTube, talked with my mates, and there was someone who also was very helpful. Courage, if you're watching this, we were like really helpful, because I spoke to him and the way he broke it down, I knew that it's not even that deep. At the end of the day, like, it was not that deep, but I didn't know. Like, anyway, I feel like some things, like when you're outside, it seems like such a big deal, but when you get in, when you understand it, you see that it's not even like, is that what it was? Like, it seemed so clear and so simple and so what's going on? And another thing that made it kind of a slight struggle was because when I came, I was not the September set, I was like the February set. So I joined the September set in class in the second term, right? So in my class, I did like second term, then after second term, I did first term. Do you get? So you see, first term is supposed to be introductory, supposed to be like, the second term is supposed to be the harder part, I guess. Ideally, it was not unbearable. It was not impossible. It was not like I was losing sleep at night. No, it was not that deep. But sometimes I felt like lost, like what's going on here. But when I spoke to Courage, when I did my research, when I consulted other people, it was like, is it what it is? It's not even that deep. Not even that deep at the end of the day. It's not even that deep. It's like, it's not like something I cannot handle, right? So from that point, I had ahead. Like I knew what was going on. There's a B here. There's a B. The most stressful thing I had to do in the course of my study in the UK was my dissertation, you guys. It was tough. The B. Anyway, I'm not going to go deep into the technical part because that's going to like bore you guys. But I worked on exploring and predicting income gap by gender and race using the USA census data. So I'm just trying to understand like what gender earns more, which one earns less, why is that happening, what race earns more, what is race earns less, why is that happening. And I used the USA census data, and this data was so big. It was so big. It was so big. It was humongous. It was big. Like my dissertation was very ambitious because what's the reason? The data was so big. It had like over 1 million instances. Over 1 million instances, and I'm sure that you don't care about that, but data scientists will understand what I'm trying to say now. Sometimes I'll be running the code and my computer cannot even run the code. It was that hard. I'm using a Mac that is like a very, very updated version of the MacBook Pro, and I have like 2 MacBook Pro. One is my personal MacBook, one is from work. So sometimes I try it on this Mac, sometimes I try it on the other Mac. I filmed myself doing my presentation, so if you want me to, I can like put out the whole video of like presenting my dissertation. Please say yes, you guys. Give me a reason to do it. I already want to post it. So you guys give me the justification to post that video. So here is me introducing my dissertation at the beginning of the presentation. My name is Chisimdinzotta, and today I'm going to be presenting the work that I did on my dissertation. It was on predicting and exploring income disparities by gender and race using machine learning techniques on census data. I'm going to walk you through all the work that I've done and the result that I got, and at the end of the presentation I'll take whatever question that you have. Anyway, in my dissertation I found that women earn less than men, clearly. I also found that black people were on the bottom of the food chain when it comes to income. They earn less, and the highest earning rates was like white people from my study, of course. That's from my own study. And then Asians earned lower than white people, more than black people. That's from my study, from my machine learning algorithms. However, I'm sure you don't care about all of that. So my dissertation was like, it was stressful. There's a particular day when I walked through the day, through the night, through the next day. Like I didn't sleep in the night. I was walking through the day, walking through the night, walking through the next day. I'm so happy that I have it out of the way. If I can say so myself, it went very well. My lecturer seemed very impressed. And at the end, he was like, this shows that you understand machine learning techniques. It was 10,000 words, but the writing was not even a struggle because I'm a writer. So the 10,000 words, 20,000 words was not a struggle. I've done 50,000 words for clients before. So writing is not like, writing is like my forte. I can't even be bothered about the writing. But it was the whole running of the code, because it was just like a very, very big, the data was so big. Well, anyway, thank God that being there, done that, I feel relieved. Talking about my study so far in the UK, I'm happy that I chose data science, and I'm happy that I have the understanding that I have in data science right now. So when I hear about machine learning, algorithms and all of that, all of those are familiar. So one of the biggest struggles I had was that I could only work 20 hours per week as a student. This was very limiting because I know that a lot of time recruiters reach out to me on LinkedIn. Maybe not a lot of time, but sometimes, right? And they say, oh, this opportunity is full-time. I can't explore that opportunity. So I feel like it was limiting in terms of opportunities I could explore in my career. Not a lot of people want an employee to work 20 hours per week. A lot of people want you to work full-time, right? That's like the average thing. So in terms of my career progression, it was limiting. You know, I've come from Nigeria, and in Nigeria, I'm like super into, I'm a career-focused person. I'm ahead, like I'm a very career-focused person. I've worked on like campaigns for like a global brand. I've worked like a wide range of local and international clients. I've worked for a tech startup. I worked for like the NetNG. I worked like for, you know, reputable brands and companies, I guess, in my own way, right? And I'm like super into career. It intrigues me, it excites me. I chase career. I want to climb the career ladder. So doing this MSc slowed me down. in terms of my career progression. It slowed me down. It seemed like a tattoo on my forehead. It seemed like something that made me less desirable to employers, because I could only work 20 hours per week in the time that I was in school. So it just seemed like someone who had come out of prison. So just like, oh, you have a criminal conviction. Okay, let's talk to the person who has no criminal conviction, right? Or you have a tattoo on your forehead. Let's talk to the person who does not have a tattoo on their forehead. So it just seemed like that mark that was limiting, because typically I could have been able to handle my MSc and a full-time job. But I could not do that, okay? The law did not let me do that. It was a thing that I couldn't do that because I was an international student and I could only work 20 hours per week. Overall, reflecting on my journey so far, I'm grateful for how far I've come. I'm glad that I did an MSc and I'm glad that I chose data science. So I'm a very ambitious person, so it's easy to look at what I'm trying to achieve, where I think I should be, where I'm trying to go to, without like stopping, taking a pause to look back to like how far I've come and saying to myself, you've done well, you tried, right? So I think like that's something I should like do better. I still am working part-time. So I've been working part-time for over a year now, and I'm very, very thankful for the opportunity, because as I said, a lot of people will ideally want employees who can work full-time. So I'm very thankful for my company that like, give me the opportunity to work and be a part of the company, and I've been there for like over a year now. It's like a RegTech company and I work remotely. And that great thing that they did for me was I shared with my manager that I'm interested in software engineering and tech and all of that, and she said, oh, why not? I'm going to talk to the data science team, I'm going to talk to the software engineering team. So she spoke to the data science team and they shared a project with me. They wanted me to work on the project, but she also shared the idea with like the software engineering team. However, I love the software engineering more, so I worked with them, right? So yeah, I was hoping that by now I'll have like the tier 2 visa, which is the skilled worker visa. That was like my aspiration, that was like the goal. However, up to now I do not have it. So it looks like I'm going to explore the postgraduate visa. It's almost £2,000. So that's why I did not want to do this postgraduate visa, even though I knew it was an option the whole time. I did not want to do it. I did not want to do it. But it looks like I have to do it now. So it's not like the goal, it was not like the dream, it was not the aspiration, but it's what it is. Being vulnerable right now, pouring my heart out to you guys, that was not the goal. That was not the plan. But it looks like that's what's going to be. And yeah, I do not know if you guys have noticed, but I keep like coming back, taking a break and coming back, and that's because my phone storage is getting filled. I have to move it to my Mac, come back again. Anyway, the next step for me right now is to keep exploring my passion for software engineering. I want to keep learning more technologies. One thing about software engineering is that learning never stops. You think you know JavaScript. Have you learned a framework? No. Have you learned a framework? You know one programming language. Have you learned a framework? Come on, go and learn a framework or so. You go ahead, you learn a framework, you learn React, for example. Oh, you learned React. Have you learned use effects? Have you learned use effects? Have you learned how to pass props? Come on, probably go and do that. You do that. Do you know about API? Like, is API a joke to you? Do you know about API? Do you know how to connect the backend to the front end? Come on, go and figure that out. So figure it out and come back. Figure it out and come back. You learn about that, and then you're like, how about database? What do you know about database? What do you know about MongoDB? Will you go and learn that? Figure it out and come back. You learn that. CSS, uncle. Do you think CSS, like, why is your design not dynamic? Do you think that your audience only use like a laptop? Or go and learn CSS. Learn more about CSS and go. You go and do that. You've not heard about TypeScript. You know, the world is leaning towards TypeScript right now. Yes, there are a lot more advantages to using TypeScript than just JavaScript. Go and update and learn TypeScript. Go and learn. If I open my eye and close, go and. You go ahead, you learn TypeScript, there's something else. And sometimes it gets overwhelming. Sometimes I feel like, is it just wishful thinking? I'm trying to like, be a software engineer. Is it wishful thinking? Is it going to happen like one day? Is it like, it seems so far away sometimes. I'm like, is it just wishful thinking? Should I let it go? Yeah, but I will just like keep exploring that. So a friend of mine has come up with a plan to help me in my software engineering part, and is very, very like is like sets my passion on fire again, because I was beginning to lose hope and get tired. Moving forward, I would like to explore a career in software engineering. I also like to travel a lot more, live freely, relax. Life don't suppose to be that big. I would like to relax, make more friends, take care of myself, take care of my family and my loved ones. Importantly, build my relationship with God. Just build a relationship with Lord Jesus. Live a good life, live healthy. I also want to start going to the gym as well. I want to also like take this channel more seriously. I want to inspire people to have like a great career and let them know that it's possible. You can have a great career. People, when they don't have two heads. People that have a great career, they don't have two heads. So I want to do all of that, and I'm going to take it a step at a time. A step at a time. I'm begging you shamelessly, subscribe, I beg. Subscribe. I'm trying to get to 3,000 subscribers. Please subscribe. Please like the video. Please share. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Till the next video. Bye.